Hello, sports fans. Ben's Hang-Ups here. And we're out on the road. I got itchy tires. Oh, I haven't been on the road in a while, and the tires are getting pretty itchy. So old Ben's out here this morning. It's a Thursday morning, which is not the day I usually go out on. But we just had the holidays. Anyway, it's rainy, gloomy. It's 40 degrees. I'm heading east. Not far, maybe 100 some miles. Taking you along with me on this rainy day. Not sure how this is going to turn out, walking around in the rain. But we got a couple interesting places we're going to stop, hopefully. And we'll see you down the road. Well, where's he at? Well, Ben's in Auburn, Indiana. That's the DeKalb County Courthouse that I'm in front of on this rainy, drizzly day. Yep, pan around here and get a look at part of this town. Depending on the rain, how long I stay here. I'll show you more of it as we go. And I came here for a reason, because it's a pretty good drive to get here. I'm ashamed to say it. First time I've ever did this. Old Ben forgot his wallet. So I have no cash. So some things here that I wanted to do in Auburn, I'm not going to be able to do them, which means I've got to come back. But I got enough money on me, which happens to be zero, to at least walk around the town and show it to you as we go. Like I said, this is the courthouse. And you know I like courthouses in these small towns. And this one is a city block right in the middle of town, and town is built around it. And that's the way it is in these small towns. I'm sorry the sun's not out. That would be nice, because this is a nice little town. But it's not so little. We'll talk about that as we go too. This monument here, right there, dedicated to the DeKalb soldiers. Yep. So let's walk around and take a look, see what we got here. Well, the DeKalb County Courthouse was dedicated in June of 1914. It's Greek architecture and made with Indiana limestone and Vermont marble. Its most prized highlight is its spectacular glass dome. Inside the first floor, you'll find a brass pendulum clock, which is the master clock that operates the exterior clocks. And there's one on each side of the building. Now, Auburn has a population of about 13,900 people. That's within the city proper, of course. The town was formally founded in 1836. And in 1868, it became the county seat for DeKalb County. Post office was established in 1839. Auburn was incorporated in 1849. Well, now we know all about that. Now, this bank building you see right here, I couldn't find much history on it. Matter of fact, I couldn't find any. What I can tell you is the Auburn Automotive Company was founded in 1900 and produced its first automobile in 1903. William Wrigley Jr. and Eric Laban Cord controlled interest in the company. This Auburn City Steakhouse is kind of interesting. It was originally a hardware. But in 2016, James family purchased a hardware store and a vision of bringing a steakhouse to the area. And by golly, they did it. Another thing you'll see in this town is murals. Yep. And there's a deli on the second floor. And here's one of the murals. Now, I believe there are two elementary schools in town. One middle school, and of course the high school, DeKalb High School. They have total students of about 2,100, with a student ratio of 21-1. Now their average graduation rate is 95%. That's pretty good. Average SATs 1340. Also a university in town, and that'd be the Auburn University. And they have about 1,000 students there. I didn't get to the university, but I wish I would have. I'll try that some other time. The guys that own this have 3 locations, including one in Fort Wayne and one in Warsaw. The city crime rate's not too bad. Violent crime is 8.2, with the national average being 22.7, so they're much better than that. And on the crime rate, average rate is 31.8 to the average of 35.4, so they're better than that too. Seems like a nice town with nice places to eat, and of course they got the shopping areas outside of town too. But as you know, old Ben always likes to push the ones downtown. There you got the Auburn Brewing Company. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, sports fans, day one of my Auburn trip. Now there should only be a day one, but on this occasion there will be a day 2. Why, you ask? And I know you do. Well, I'm going to tell you. I did another stupid thing. Yes, I'm known to do one every once in a while, and this was one. You know that advertisement about the credit card which says don't leave home without it? Well, in a way, that's what I did. I left home without it. I left my wallet at home. Now, I don't have a driver's license, I don't have a credit card, and I have no cash. I did stop and buy me a drink because I scraped up enough pennies here in the truck to buy a drink. But that's it. There'll be no lunch for Ben. Nope. Ben will have to wait till he gets home. Sad, isn't it? Well, I had a couple things that I wanted to do while I was in Auburn, and I'm not going to get to do them until day 2, which isn't something I wanted to do, is to have an extra day, but it looks like Ben's going to have another day, all because I left home without it. So let that be a lesson to you, sports fans. Don't leave home without it. So again, I will see you down the road. Well, sports fans, here we are, day 2. Still kind of a dreary day. Little rain off and on. I'm heading east. Yep, we're going right back to where we were. This time I have cash, I have a wallet, I have a driver's license. So we're going to try this again. So as always, I'll see you down the road. Okay, where's he at today? Well, wonder why I came back here? I'm going to show you. I am at the Duesenberg Museum. What is that, you ask? Well, I'm going to show you here in a minute. But we're here in Auburn, Indiana, just where I was at yesterday. Didn't have any money, couldn't get in the place. So we're gonna try it again today. And right next to it is the Auto and Truck Museum right next to it. So we're gonna take a look at that too, and I'm gonna take you along. So bear with me. I got my wallet, I got a driver's license, I got the whole works today. Here we go. I don't know, can you see this place behind me? Pretty good sized place. Well, folks, this is the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum, which first opened its doors in July of 1974. This automobile museum is inhabited by the auto builder's original factory showroom building. That's right. That's where they're at. It is here where E.L. Cord chose to expand an automobile empire with Auburn and Accord automobile factories. And aren't these beautiful? Now, back in the day, these were the elite of the automobiles. You talk about Cadillac, well, this surpasses Cadillac. And so did their price tags. And that was what may have hurt them. These cars sold for big bucks. It could be anywhere from $10,000 to $16,000. Where a Ford, well, you could probably buy a Ford for $800 to $1,000. Big difference. The average guy could not afford one of these. Definitely the luxury automobile. That's a Cord right there. Duesenberg. A lot of straight eights were used in these automobiles. And later they did make a V8, a V12. And I think I saw one or two with a 6-cylinder. Isn't that a beautiful car? That's even beautiful by today's standards. You should see the paint job on these vehicles. These cars are restored, by the way, when they're donated or found. They're restored right here in Auburn, Indiana. Now, many of them have been donated. And when they started this museum, that's what they started with. A few donated vehicles. Now, if you're not a car enthusiast, you're saying, well, that's kind of boring. But I want you to look at some of these things. That's a door handle. Look at the headlights on these. And all of them have hood ornaments. They have a display of hood ornaments. Running boards. Lights. Now, this building here has 3 stories. This was the main showroom at the time, the factory showroom. Offices on the 2nd floor. And the 3rd floor. And acres of manufacturing plant. Now there's your V8, flathead V8. A lot of these were supercharged also. Seen some with horsepower, almost 800 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower. Look at that beauty. strapped to the spare tire, your rear view mirror, and a light. That's a cord. See the horns in the front? More mirrors attached to the tires. There's your convertible. Look at this. Now I have yet to find out what that is on the steering wheel. It may have something to do with starting the vehicle. I'm not sure. If you know, hey, drop me a line. This might be a 12-cylinder supercharged. Well, bunch, you're up to the second floor and look around. Gonna mosey. Lots and lots of vehicles on this second floor. Not quite the expensive ones that you've seen on the first floor, although there are some pretty nice ones. And you wonder why you call the back compartment that you lift up in the back of your sedan a trunk. That's because, well, that's where they put the trunks. They actually strap trunks to the back of these vehicles. So it's called a trunk. It's a beautiful vehicle. There's your trunk. Can't put hood ornaments on your vehicles anymore. They steal them. This was the president's office. Boardroom. This is where they did the modeling. There are videos posted all around. Look at the craftsmanship in some of these vehicles. You can see why they were expensive at the time. There's a trunk. Look at your horn. Squeeze ball. And look at the windshield. You see the windshield on that one? There's that gadget again on the steering wheel. And the spare tire is a tire, not a wheel, just a tire. There's a V16 aircraft engine that they manufactured. The McIntyre. There were a number of brands that they manufactured here in Auburn. I'm going to say at least 6, if not more, brands of automobiles that were manufactured out of these Accord plants. This is interesting. This was nothing but a motorcycle on wheels, on 4 wheels, and that's the engine of it. Two-cylinder engine. There's a model. And this is the entrance, and of course you got to have a gift shop. The Duesenberg Museum here in Auburn. Very, very interesting place. And now we're going over here. We're going over here and we're going to take a look at this Auto and Truck Museum, because our ticket will get us in there. I don't know what they're building back here. A lot of construction going on back here. I don't know if you can see it. Right over there. Yep. like they're putting up 3 buildings. Maybe to house this, more of this place. So we're gonna go in. This is staff only, so that's not the right way, 'cause I am not staff. This is it. And I think that addition is to this building. Now this is a collection of cars and trucks, a lot of trucks. In the downstairs area is almost all trucks. I was running out of time and I didn't have a lot of time left, so I had to run through here kind of quick. But I gotta tell you, this is a huge collection. Huge. They have some 6 or 8 of these NASCARs that are Labanis, name it, famous drivers that drove these things. And then the trucks. Quite a history of the trucking. Now I'm still on the first floor of this building, and I didn't realize how big this was. It's huge. This building alone is, if you really want to look at everything, you're going to spend a couple hours here. How about that Cadillac? Look at the fins on that baby. David Pearson's car. Like I said, I didn't get to spend the time I should have. I finally came down to the basement. I was told I really need to look around kind of quick down here before I leave. It's worth it. Well, they got out trucks of all kinds. The old trucks. Some of the bigger, newer ones. Military vehicles. Got a Wonder Bread truck. Here we got a shop down here, simulation. Many of your early trucks that were made are displayed here. Well, that was the car and truck museum. Woo, I'm out of breath. You'd need hours. Yep. Just in that place alone, you need a couple hours easy. And I ran out of time. So, back to the GMC. We'll just head out of here. Now this is overflow parking, I would say, across from the place, and it's also a kind of a park. All these statues out here pay homage to the workers and the owners, the designers, and so forth that worked here at Cord Manufacturing. And they have a kind of a pavilion here where I'm sure they have entertainment once in a while, that type of thing. Really worth walking around and looking at that. So we're going to have to say goodbye to Auburn. We ran out of time. And I've still got a long drive. Second attempt around, you know. See you folks down the road. Subscribe. Do Ben a favor. See you down the road.